Jesus fucking Christ, cunt. You look like you already died once. I bet you and your mates think it's cool to be fried, cunt. I'm fucking burning this pussy. Now you're truly a fried cunt. Leave the game, dude. You can't rap. You are crap, and that's a hard fact. You stink worse than the roadkill on the tarmac mixed with the smell of your pig mother's ass crack. Enough of the crap bars, man. Rapping's not that hard. Go back to practicing that trash in your backyard. Because even when I ignore you, you still bore me to death. You're appalling at best. Listening to your awful attempts is a torture event. Listen, big guy, you couldn't win a rigged fight. Tonight it's like you have me getting killed because it's the only time you see the light. Demon sight, you can see it in the schemes I write. You'll hear the shit in your dreams tonight, pussy. I bet you've never even seen a fight. I'm a fucking beast with rhymes. You couldn't write a decent line. You've just been defeated. You should quit while you're behind and leave the lead for people who can really rhyme.
Time! So before I agreed to this battle, Oxide hit us up. Naturally, said it would be a great clash of styles and a sweet matchup. So I went ahead and cleared my schedule and gave him the heads up, but then thought for a second, wait a minute, see something's up. The fuck have I just gone and done? Watching Paradox trying to battle? Shit, just call him Courage the Cowardly Dog. He hasn't any clue. It's clear to see you're in a reality where everything's over-exaggerated, pleading insanity. See man, that's catch-22. You drop false facts, it's true. Think Parabox? Nah. I'll not para back to the boondocks, having spitting out the air like Dragon Ball Z, he'll still be trying to block every move. The impact causing his brain to discharge. I'll call Thief in to come pick up the pieces, free of charge. See, you shouldn't have stepped because I got over my nerves, now I'm feeling razor sharp. I've burnt these scars, it's with your blood, I paint this art. Positive imagery with cutthroat passion, see it ain't no placid act. It's hit to cut you into squares like American Psycho when I start grabbing that axe. Watch Patrick take the bait, man. I'll drop you in a tank filled with great white sharks and sharks, then fill that pool with the novelty size, that's the time. And sit back and watch the show like I'm a massive fan. Cause you beating me? You got a better chance trying to escape Azkaban than hammer dance through an avalanche, dodging heat-seeking missiles in Afghanistan. You ain't good. You're not a G. At best you're half a gram. When eyes act like I can see you're transparent. Inside you can't hold your own. You're a ghost rider with no guts to put on show. Called out, he wouldn't take that call from home, so I'm letting these shots off aimlessly. Either way, if it all goes over his head, getting under his skin will be plain to see. Let's fucking go.
Paradox is dead. You look like you're about to kill yourself. Must be just a pill away, because that first round was your last will and testament. A dead giveaway.
Yeah, let's go.
Now listen, you weak chode. The climb to the top is a steep road. For me, it's a breeze. I've reached beast mode. It's like I've got a cheat code. You look like you deep throat each bloke you ever meet, bro. I spit heat though when I take this pen to your neck like that scene from Casino. Pacino, because we know I'm gonna leave you with a scar face. You're a junkie in a dark place. If words are weapons, I'm leaving you disarmed in this arms race. I'm about to sever Sevah's tether, let it fall to his death. This is a vendetta, bitch. This only ends when you're dead. I bet your bitch could eat a pie while she's giving you head. That fat hoe eats like she's never been fed. Nolan, you're dead. These bars hit so hard it'll put a hole in your head. I'm raising the bar like it's bench press and delivering death threats to whichever rapper they send next. Ben Nolan, I bet you've got a stretched colon. But you've got a stretched colon from playing with Ken Dolls and listening to Ben Folds. Just how when my pen holds means I've won this battle tenfold, because my style never gets old. I'll take a hammer to your head like I'm putting in tent poles.
Alright, now first things first. You best back up, or I'll make your back up, get less smacked up, with blood curdling cracks won't get back up. Now, this ain't no equal matchup. Unlike my first battle, but even still the footage is open snapshot. If that's not the case, in this round this is catch one. Watch me catch one, body count now two. This rapture's just getting started. I'm going all out like it was fashion. See, the force of my rapping, you start making those dark holes, you walk down the track and start collapsing. No Big Bang Theory, but you can get ratchet after ratchet coming out of nowhere like a coach one by Inspector Gadget. Body bagger, clearly gonna have to inspect the baggage for excessive damage. A manic depressing up against a depressive manic gone savage. Now, just cause you tall, you ain't a rapper at large. Your voice speaks for itself, no biggie till I reach out and Kali Ma. I'll show the crowd in battle scene what you're lacking in heart. They'll see your rhymes are completely irrelevant. They're simply for the hell of it like a stab in the dark. Now, I'll snatch Isaac's eyes from his eye sacks. You'll watch it all happen slowly, a third person view. Time lapse. Deep, big screen, IMAX. Deepest creepers, where'd you get those eyes at? Cause they wide shut. But from his point of view, he'll be watching himself getting slaughtered in a live act like it was a body snatching imposter. Cause after this, he'll be forced to reflect and look back on this loss while he's walking around looking like crime from our real monsters. Oh, fuck with this. See, this is a poor worker in weak form, practicing disabilities, on people with disabilities, spitting simple similes, syllables need configuring, same as speech and delivery, keep on thinking you're killing me, I'm not good free the way you're living me. Young rich, you feel that whole impact, a little piece of yourself missing, can't handle my bars, the way you'll live with me. Misery, you'll seize up instantly. This is leaving weak MC sitting in disbelief, fist after fist like monkey D, you feel dizzy, G. No, once I got a buzz, I'll send you from here to infinity. See, silly amateurs, this is savages. Figuring you didn't plan for this, I'll start by putting an end to it. Take a seat, I'm causing paralysis.
Yeah. I got your bitch in my web like Spider-Man the second that I Spider-Man, because I wanted to get inside her just to Spider-Man. I love fucking this dude up. He's so fucking screwed up, he wanks off the beds of two dudes drinking from poo cups. You're a mess, kid. I couldn't see you with a chick if you had the best channels on Netflix. I spit the most fresh shit, spitting more fire than pyrotechnics. This next diss will have you shaking like epileptics, cause what I write is so hectic you'll lose the plot like dyslexics. See, disguise, why I disguise in disguise. I use disguise to spit rhymes that trick minds, while your shit lines are just big signs that your dick size is strict rice. Watch this bitch try getting called out on his lies. Not the type to sit by and watch a kid die, but this time I think I just might. When I rap aggressive, it's because I'm taking the piss. When you rap aggressive, you make faces like you're taking a shit. I'm about to rage at this kid, because your shit is basic as shit. Even the teen chicks are calling you the basicest bitch. Face it and quit, you're never taking my place in this shit. You've basically just tasted the tip of the flames that I spit. Alright.
Coward dies many times before their death. So for you to bring peace to yourself, you must go to war. Now I don't think there's any right ways left to your left with no right way to go. A self-opposing force on one's own, bringing your mind to an alignment. See, this guy's paranoid like Shutter Island, closing opening doors for someone else, yet no one's behind him. In a paradox world where it's 50 degrees outside with snow, hail and lightning. I am the eye of the storm, silent assassin of David Goliath, then kill you with that same stone. That's two bodies unaccounted for real talks, next stage card lineup. Shit. Believing you can beat me? Believe me, I'm God mode. That being said, I sent word to build a sacrificial altar. Wanted to put it to use, had a chat to Ox, let real talk do the bar. I figured they'll set a time and place, so I blazed on and I waited for an answer. But little did he know, it was all a setup, it was Jesus the target. Now no angels coming to save the day, clipped wings made her miss this marker. So hold no prejudice, Isaac. Because in the book of Genesis, the one doing all the dirty work that led to the build-up of this sacrifice was your father. See, stepping back into this moment today will be your final departure. Trying to rhyme all those multi-syllable schemes together with wordplay, he's no natural disaster. See, it's all in the name. We already knew his pen game was sharper. He's just another notch on my blade getting laid out on display like a safari rug for the carpet. See, after this, Paradox gonna need paramedics and docs. His world getting turned upside down, I guess that's parallel in a box. Even in his own world, he can't grasp the simple concept of his own logic. Something he'll never be making sense of. Like Inception's 10 row steps. Now that ain't a fair comment. I'll tell you what. You tell him to step his game up, he goes nowhere, but he's not stopping. See, Newton forgot his own theory. For each force, there's an equal and opposing force to stop it. He repeated bars and he said it against ships who proper looked like he forgot it. Being not the bottom, a product of his made-up environment. Even in a Final Fantasy paradox don't want it. See, there's not a problem in your life today. It don't mean shit to real talk story or mine. Because from the beginning of this battle, you were never really a part of it.